Chris Boyer, online marketing specialist and author of the blog hospitalonlinemarketing.com. And I'm here today with Patrick Singson, senior SEO analyst, and Rich Hausman, local SEO analyst. And today we're discussing the differences between discovery versus searching for online healthcare. So guys, working with hospitals and their online marketing strategies, I often talk about the differences in behavior of audiences that are looking for healthcare information through traditional search as opposed to social media. Now, that sometimes is a difficult concept to understand. Can you help explain that?
Sure, let me explain it to you. So, we take the consumer, we'll represent that person with a circle, and that person has a question in mind. Now, for traditional search, what they would do is go to their handy-dandy search engine. Let's just say it's Google. They put their question into the field and spits out an answer. Now, the answer is in the form of relevant websites that pertain to the question that they ask. But there's another paradigm of discovery, which is represented through social media. And so if we take another person, I use accidentally the symbol for a man, but so let's use the symbol for a woman who joins a social media site that is also filled with people just like her under a subject that she's interested in. And each of these people, what they effectively act as is filters and funnels of information that comes out of the social media subject that she is interested in, funneling finally down to her. And this is all done in real time. It's information about the subject that they collectively discover. It uses the terms like crowdsourcing, the wisdom of crowds, under the subject matter that she's interested in. It is online, so all these people, they can use discovery methods, watching the news around the subject matter they're interested in, even doing search. But what they do is they come back to the social media area that they're interested in, and they share that information with everybody else within that group.
Aren't there risks involved with getting information through these filtered content, through this anecdotal source in social media?
The nice thing about Google is that it's got, theoretically, an impartial algorithm that pulls up the best answer. Whereas with an anecdotal system like we're seeing here, you're going to run the risk of having information that could be from a tainted source, a tainted filter. The person may have a grudge against whatever information or person they're talking about, or they may have a specific leaning in one way or another. So there's a lot of empirical evidence in a lot of these answers. There's also the informational overload, where you've got the loudest, and also you've got people who's the loudest voice in this social network. Are they going to be the ones who win, or get the ear of the user? Those are some of the big dangers we have to look at when you're looking at these two different systems. I mean, maybe Google doesn't give you the same kind of closeness in terms of relating to another person, but it does give you an impartial answer. At least we hope it does.
Well, Rich, although those dangers or those risks are important to note, there really is ways that that social media actually does contribute and benefit, particularly with patients looking for healthcare information online. First of all, you have to understand that social media is, in a sense, self-correcting. The wisdom in the crowds that Patrick mentioned, that's really important to understand, is that crowd will help self-correct itself. We talked about at one time the dream of social media, that there's no more crappy products. What that means is the good information will vet to the top, and the bad information will become not meaningful in these social media realms. Also, there's value in these anecdotes. A lot of times in healthcare, patients want to know what that anecdotal experience was. That gives sort of the flavor or the spice to the story of how they pursue healthcare. They want to know how well the doctor treated them or how clean the lobbies were at the hospital. Information also, remember, in social media is vetted through search. A lot of times that's one of the sources where those people, when they filter information, they're filtering it through those authoritative traditional sites. So that information is vetted. And lastly, the most important thing is social media. By discovering information through social media, it helps you to really know what you don't know. That is, it gives you information that you weren't really aware that you didn't know. And that really adds to the value.
These are two different tools that have been provided to the consumer. Everyone knows about search, and social media is something new, but they're basically two different ways of searching and discovering for information that the person is interested in.
Well, it's clear that the audiences that are searching with intent through search engines is a lot different than audiences that are discovering content through social media. And that hospitals really need to embrace both audiences when they're building their online marketing strategies. So, good conversation. Thanks, guys. Again, I'm Chris Boyer, Online Marketing Specialist, and I'm with Patrick Singson, Senior SEO Analyst, and Rich Hausman, Local SEO Analyst. And we're with HospitalOnlineMarketing.com. Thanks.